Have you personally ever purchased downloadable content before?
No, I've never purchased DLC. I think it's pretty bullshit that it exists in the first place.
It depends on the game. That's really like the determining factor, whether how much I like the game or how I feel about the game company actually.
You know, if anything extends the gameplay to a single player for me, I definitely want it. You know, I don't see why not. Why wouldn't I want to get excited about more to a game I spent $60 on?
I've yet to see something that's interested me enough to shell extra money for a game.
I mean, the only ones I have vague interest in are the Mass Effect 2 DLC, just because that game is so great, but I don't want to pay like 15 bucks for an extra hour or two of a game that I spent, 60 hours on or 30, 40, 50 hours on already.
It has to add something significant to that experience. Like if you're going to give me, if it's going to be downloadable content, I don't want it to be armor. I'm not one of those guys that's like, ooh, check out my cool shiny cape that I just got. Like I don't really care about stuff like that. What I'm really interested in is like new game types, maps that are good.
I'm spoiled from the PC side of things, and so I'm used to, say, Valve, a really generous company, constantly putting out new weapons in Team Fortress 2 or just new missions here and there.
The way I see it is that, with some game companies, they finish their game at a certain point, like they meet their deadline, but with the DLC, it's stuff that they already put into works or whatever. So yeah, it may have gotten leaked, but it could have just been, something that just didn't make it onto the disc.
My sense has been with downloadable content and extra content is as they're doing game fixes or stuff was late to the game, that's slightly more justified than saying, okay, here's your game and here's your expansion pack immediately, and that's not cool.
One thing that really, and I'll just keep going back to Halo 3 because that was such a horrible experience for everyone. One of the many things that really pissed me off about that game is that they started, and I don't know, maybe I'm just forgetting, but it seemed to me it started with this game that you had to have the map packs to get in a lot of the game types for online, the matchmaking. Oh, yeah. So if you didn't buy the content, you were suddenly penalized by not being able to play certain game types.
I feel like it's just kind of milking the consumer, and if they put up like 50, 60 bucks for a game to begin with, 2 months later they're asking for another 10, 20 bucks for tiny little extra add-ons that it couldn't have been very difficult to actually put in the game. It seems just kind of a douchebag thing to do.
Are you of the mind that downloadable content should be free or that you should pay extra for this stuff?
I think there should be a mix. I think that I think it depends on the content. I think some things should be free. I think it depends on the game. I think it depends on the community of people that play the game.
If the add-on was lengthy enough, I think it would be worth it. I guess it depends on how much the DLC is. I mean, for me, I'm broke, so I don't really want to spend a lot of money on an extra hour or two when I can just jump to another game. I mean, especially if this isn't adding anything integral to the plot, and it's just kind of a throwaway side quest.
If it's a full story, if it's something that, keeps me coming back to the game, why wouldn't I want to pay more money for it? I mean, throughout the year, we get a whole bunch of crap, that gets released and you get a lot of hype for, you buy it, then it's nothing. But if one good game comes out and you could continue to pay money to get more content out of a good game, I would do it.
So at the end of the day, you got to say, well, they're interested in making money. Like as much as they love us, their audience, like they want to say, okay, how can we make more money with these games? They do want to give us more as gamers, but they want us, they want us to pay for it. Even if they're giving you something for free, there's still someone there saying, this is going to help boost the sale of the game. It's going to help boost the popularity, long-term longevity of the game. So should they release it for free at launch? I mean, I hate to keep saying this, but it depends on the game.
If you're talking about Lair of the Shadow Broker, like one of the new ones where they hint at this storyline in the main plot, like go back and talk to Liara, go back and talk to this character, and you'll have something else to do, and then you have to pay an extra 10 or 15 bucks to do it. That's premeditated. If it's something like, for example, Team Fortress 2, where you're adding like whole new weapons, whole new class, whole new achievements and maps, like constantly, if you're putting out a huge pack and it's only like 5 or 10 bucks, and it's clear that they made it afterwards because the game is just so popular, I'm more okay with that.